Just in time for Valentine's Day comes 2025's first big cinematic heartbreak. Specifically, your heart breaks for Ke Huy Quan, who after a rollercoaster career going from childhood stardom to winning an Oscar for Everything Everywhere All at Once, has finally landed his first lead role, only for it to be in the dire Love Hurts, a film so bafflingly bad it's a miracle it made it into cinemas in its current state. It's by no means Kwan's fault, in fact he's the best part of the entire film, as he brings his usual endearing energy to a plot that otherwise does him no favours, remaining immensely likeable and passionate enough for you to root for him. Not his character, but him, as he is someone you just want the best for. So if enduring a rotten flick like Love Hurts every now and then is the price to pay, then maybe it's worth it. Except Love Hurts really is terrible, making everyone other than Kwan look bad, which is much harder to digest. Kwan plays Marvin Gale, a real estate agent who was once a former assassin for his ruthless mobster brother Knuckles, who's Daniel Wu. But his past comes back to haunt him when thugs come after him for information on Ariana DeBose's Rose, a presumed dead associate who's back in town seeking revenge against Knuckles, and who happens to be Marvin's old flame, sort of. I say sort of because Love Hurts is so poorly written it never clarifies relationships or backstories, in a script that expects viewers to accept everything at face value without necessary details. And as a result, the plot, characters and dialogue feel underbaked, leaving you watching stuff simply happen with no real investment. Much of the blame falls on director Jonathan Eusebio, a former stunt person who, unlike his peers such as David Leitch, who produces through his 87 North Productions, clearly lacks the vision to steer his debut film toward any coherent destination, with his film's tone fluctuating to laughable degrees, as one moment you're watching a pretty brutal fight and the next it'll be a much more tender scene. But the atrocious editing prevents any natural connection between them, while also being unsure whether or not it wants narration, as characters randomly inner monologue in ways that feel inconsistent, suggesting they were clumsily added in post-production to patch up the script's many holes. Even the action, which should be a highlight, feels off, for while the choreography is impressive, it lacks the raw intensity of your average John Wick clone, while the cinematography and editing rely too heavily on tricks to disguise the fact that actors aren't really hitting each other, an illusion that's more noticeable than in most stunt-heavy action films, further exposing Eusebio's inability to bring it all together. To reiterate, Ke Huy Quan is innocent in all of this, as he simply got roped into a shoddy movie that utterly fails to capitalise on his charm and talent, making this one-star failure feel all the more heartbreaking. Visit the Film Feeder website to read my more detailed review, but for now, thanks for watching, please like and subscribe for more reviews, and I'll see you next time.